There comes a point in life when you realize that the way others treat you is not just about them. It's a reflection of what you believe about yourself. If you think you deserve less, you will accept less. If you believe you are unworthy of kindness, you will tolerate people who give you crumbs of affection. But when you begin to truly value yourself, something profound happens. The energy around you shifts, and suddenly, you stop chasing what's not meant for you. You stop clinging to people who don't see your worth. You stop bending yourself into shapes that hurt just to fit into someone else's small vision of who you should be. And in that stillness, that self-assured calm, you start attracting only the people, opportunities, and experiences that are aligned with your highest good. This is not about arrogance. It's about a deep, quiet knowing that your presence has value, that your heart, your time, your love, and your energy are precious resources that should not be wasted. The moment you start treating yourself as if you matter, the world begins to mirror that truth back to you. You'll notice it in subtle ways. A conversation that feels genuine, someone respecting your boundaries without you having to explain them twice, an opportunity that aligns with your goals instead of distracting you from them. It's as though life starts weeding out the noise so you can hear the music meant just for you. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Self-value doesn't come from the approval of others. It's not built on someone choosing you, validating you, or telling you you're special. That's fragile. It can vanish the moment someone changes their mind. True self-value is built from within, from the moments you show up for yourself when no one else does. From the times you pick yourself up after failure, from the nights you cry but still get up in the morning ready to try again. It grows in the quiet commitment to protect your peace, honor your truth, and love yourself. Enough to walk away from anything that doesn't align with it. When you value yourself, you stop playing small in relationships. You stop accepting half-love or almost respect. You no longer feel the need to explain why you won't tolerate being disrespected. Your energy speaks for itself. People who genuinely see your worth will rise to meet it, and those who can't or won't will quietly fade away. It may feel lonely at first. You might lose connections, jobs, or opportunities that once felt important. But over time, you'll realize you were never losing anything real. You were making space for what's better. Think about the lotus flower, a symbol often cherished in Buddhist wisdom. It rises out of the mud, untouched by the dirt, blooming pure and beautiful despite its origins. Your value works the same way. No matter what you've been through, heartbreak, rejection, loss, you still have the power to rise, to hold your head high, to know that you are worthy of love, respect, and abundance. That's the unshakable truth you carry when you value yourself. And the more you embody that truth, the more life begins to shift. People sense it. They can feel when someone is rooted in self-respect. They either rise to meet you or fall away. And in that process, the ones who remain are those who truly align with you, not because you demanded it, but because you attracted it. This is the quiet magic of valuing yourself. You no longer have to beg for the best. You naturally draw it in. When you begin to value yourself, the first change you notice is in the way you make decisions. Choices that once came from fear, desperation, or the need to please others now come from a place of clarity and self-respect. You stop saying yes just to avoid conflict, and you stop saying no with guilt in your heart. Your boundaries become natural, not forced. You start asking yourself, does this align with who I am and where I want to go? And if the answer is no, you step back without apology. This is where the shift happens. When your sense of worth is no longer dependent on being accepted by everyone, you start living for yourself instead of performing for others. It's in this space that relationships transform the most. People who were once comfortable taking advantage of your kindness suddenly find they can no longer manipulate you. They feel the difference. Not in your words, but in your energy. You're no longer afraid to lose people who don't treat you right, because you've realized the only person you truly can't afford to lose is yourself. And when you stop fearing loss, you start gaining what you deserve. The friends who remain are the ones who cherish your presence, who see you not as a convenience but as a treasure. Romantic partners stop being about filling a void and start being about mutual respect, shared values, and deep emotional connection. Valuing yourself also changes the way you approach your dreams. You stop waiting for permission to pursue them. You stop convincing yourself that you're not ready or not qualified. You understand that every great achievement begins with the belief that you are worthy of it. The job you apply for, the business you start, the passion you pursue, all of it comes from the seed of self-worth planted deep inside you. Without that, you'll keep sabotaging yourself before you even begin. But with it, you approach life like a gardener who knows their soil is rich. You plant with confidence because you trust in what you've cultivated. And here's the beauty. When you truly value yourself, you stop chasing people and opportunities, and they start coming to you. It's not magic, it's energy. People are drawn to authenticity, to the quiet confidence that doesn't need validation to exist. You've likely met someone like this before. A person who walks into a room and instantly draws attention without saying a word. It's not their looks, their status, or their money. It's their presence. They carry themselves like they belong, like they know who they are. And that's exactly what self-value does. It makes you magnetic to what's meant for you. Yet, this journey isn't without its challenges. Sometimes, valuing yourself means leaving behind people you once loved deeply. It can mean outgrowing environments where you once felt at home. It can mean sitting in the discomfort of loneliness while waiting for the right people to come along. But what's the alternative? To keep yourself small for the comfort of others? To keep betraying yourself just to belong somewhere you don't truly fit? No. The temporary pain of loss is worth the lifelong gain of living in alignment with your worth. In time, you'll look back and realize that every time you chose yourself, life rewarded you in ways you couldn't see at the moment. The job that didn't work out led to an opportunity that was perfect for you. The relationship that ended made room for one that was healthy and loving. The friend who walked away made space for someone who truly supported you. This is the way life works when you value yourself. It removes what doesn't serve you to make space for what does. And the best part? You don't have to force it. You simply stand firm in who you are, and the best naturally finds its way to you. As your self-value deepens, you start noticing subtle but powerful shifts in your everyday life. Things that once drained you, overextending for people who wouldn't do the same for you, saying yes to commitments you dreaded, tolerating disrespect in silence, begin to feel unbearable. Not because you've become hard or cold, but because your inner compass no longer allows you to betray yourself for the sake of comfort or approval. You understand now that every time you compromise your worth, you send a message to yourself that you are not enough. And you've decided you will never send yourself that message again. It's in the small moments that this transformation becomes undeniable. You choose rest over constantly proving your value to others. You choose honesty over people-pleasing. You choose to speak up, even when your voice shakes, because you know your truth matters. And in those moments, the people around you begin to respond differently. Some step closer, appreciating your authenticity. Others step away, uncomfortable with the fact that you no longer shrink to fit their expectations. And though losing people can hurt, you start to see it as a blessing. It's the universe removing what's not in alignment with the person you are becoming. Opportunities follow the same pattern. The more you value yourself, the less desperate you become for every door to open. Instead of begging for chances, you evaluate whether those chances even deserve you. You begin to understand that not all opportunities are created equal. Some look shiny but will dim your light. Others may seem small but will nurture your growth. Your self-worth becomes a filter, guiding you toward the paths that will elevate you rather than drain you. And because you no longer operate from scarcity, you start attracting opportunities that match your value. Projects that inspire you, collaborations that respect your time, environments where you can thrive without pretending to be someone else. This is also the stage where you start redefining what love means to you. In the past, you may have mistaken attention for affection or tolerated inconsistency because you feared being alone. But now you see that true love, whether romantic or platonic, doesn't make you question your worth. It doesn't demand that you earn basic respect or affection. It flows naturally because it's built on a foundation of mutual value. And when you truly believe in your worth, you won't allow yourself to settle for anything less. Buddhist wisdom often speaks of the concept of right view, seeing things as they truly are without distortion. Self-value gives you that clarity in relationships. You stop projecting what you wish someone would be and start seeing them for who they actually are. And when their actions don't align with your worth, you have the courage to step away, not from a place of anger, but from a place of peace. You understand that walking away doesn't mean you didn't care. It means you cared enough about yourself to choose peace over chaos, truth over illusion. Perhaps the most liberating part of valuing yourself is realizing that you are no longer in competition with anyone. The comparison that once stole your joy loses its grip. You no longer measure your worth against someone else's success, beauty, or achievements. Instead, you celebrate them without diminishing yourself. You understand that what is meant for you will never pass you by, and what passes you by was never meant for you. This trust in the timing of your life allows you to move with more grace and less desperation. And as you live in this energy, people notice. The right people, those who honor and respect you, will be drawn to your presence. Not because you demand it, but because your self-respect is undeniable. You become a mirror, reflecting to others what it looks like to live in alignment with your worth. Some will be inspired to rise to that level. Others will remove themselves. Either way, you win because you are no longer available for anything less than the best. When you value yourself, your relationship with time changes in a way you never expected. You stop wasting it on situations that go nowhere, conversations that drain you, and people who don't appreciate your presence. You realize that time is not just hours on a clock. It's life itself. Every moment you spend is a piece of your existence you can never get back, and so you become intentional about where, how, and with whom you invest it. You no longer chase after people to make them see your worth, because you understand that the right people will recognize it without you having to convince them. This shift can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've spent years overgiving, over-explaining, or overcompensating. At times, you might feel guilty for saying no, for declining invitations, or for walking away from conversations that no longer serve you. But as you lean into this new way of living, you start to feel lighter. You realize that boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are gates that only allow in what nourishes your soul. And when you protect your time and energy in this way, you find yourself surrounded by experiences and people who truly add value to your life. Self-value also changes the way you handle challenges. Instead of crumbling under criticism or rejection, you see them as redirection. You stop taking every no as a personal attack and start viewing it as guidance towards something better. This doesn't mean the sting disappears overnight, but it does mean that you no longer let setbacks define you. You trust that if something didn't work out, it's because it wasn't meant for you or it wasn't meant for you yet. This trust allows you to keep moving forward without the bitterness or self-doubt that once held you back. In relationships, valuing yourself gives you the courage to communicate your needs openly. You stop expecting others to read your mind or magically understand your boundaries. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. And while not everyone will respond well to this, the ones who matter will appreciate the clarity. The more honest you are about what you will and will not accept, the more your life fills with connections that are rooted in respect. You also become more selective, not in a judgmental way, but in a conscious one. You realize that not every connection needs to be pursued. Not every opportunity needs to be taken, and not every battle needs to be fought. You learn the difference between letting go because you're afraid and letting go because you know your worth. And that difference is everything. This doesn't mean life becomes perfect. You will still encounter people who underestimate you, situations that test you, and moments where you question yourself. But the foundation of self-value keeps you steady. You stop seeking constant reassurance because you carry the certainty within you. Even when others can't see your worth, you do, and that's enough. Perhaps one of the most profound shifts is that you no longer feel the need to prove yourself. You don't chase validation through accomplishments, appearances, or approval. You understand that your worth is not something you earn. It's something you embody. And when you live in that truth, you carry a quiet confidence that is unshakable. You no longer run toward people or opportunities that don't feel right just to fill a void. You are content to wait for what aligns with your values, your vision, and your peace. And this is where the magic truly begins, because when you hold yourself to a standard, life starts meeting you there. The love you attract is deeper. The friendships you form are more genuine. The opportunities that come your way are more aligned. It's not about having more. It's about having better, and better only comes when you believe you deserve it. When you truly value yourself, you begin to notice that life mirrors your beliefs back to you in unexpected ways. The energy you carry, the boundaries you set, and the standards you uphold all send a message to the world about how you expect to be treated. If you walk into situations doubting your worth, people will often respond to that uncertainty. But when you carry yourself with quiet assurance, when your actions say, "I know who I am and what I deserve," the world adjusts to meet that vibration. This is not arrogance, it's alignment. You are no longer seeking to be chosen because you've already chosen yourself. This choice changes everything. You stop feeling desperate for someone else to validate your existence. Instead, you live in a way that honors who you are. You start doing things not because they will win you approval, but because they feel right in your soul. This authenticity draws in the kind of people who appreciate you for your truth, not for the role you play in their convenience. These people don't try to change you. They encourage you to grow, to explore, to expand, because your light inspires theirs. Valuing yourself also shifts the way you respond to conflict. You no longer explode at every provocation or shrink away to avoid discomfort. Instead, you approach challenges from a place of self-respect. You know when to speak, when to listen, and when to walk away. This calm strength is magnetic. People may not always agree with you, but they will respect the way you carry yourself. And in this respect, you create healthier dynamics in every area of your life. This shift reaches into your inner world as well. When you value yourself, you stop speaking to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. You catch the harsh thoughts, the self-criticism, the mental narratives that tell you you're not enough, and you replace them with compassion. You stop punishing yourself for mistakes and start learning from them. You stop replaying failures and start focusing on growth. Slowly, you realize that the voice in your head has become kinder, and with that kindness comes a deeper sense of peace. Your relationship with patience also changes. You no longer rush into situations just to have something, because you know that rushing often leads to settling. You're willing to wait for what feels right, even if that means walking alone for a while. This patience is not passive, it's powerful. It's the knowing that the best things in life take time, and that your worth does not decrease while you wait. You stop asking, "When will it happen for me?" and start trusting that it will at the right moment with the right people in the right way. In this new way of living, you start recognizing how much your old patterns were rooted in fear. Fear of being alone, fear of missing out, fear of not being enough. But when you value yourself, those fears begin to fade. You understand that being alone is not the same as being lonely, and missing out on the wrong things is actually a blessing. You see that your worth is constant, it doesn't change based on who stays or who leaves. And so, your life becomes lighter, not because challenges disappear, but because you approach them differently. You no longer beg for a seat at the table, you build your own table. You no longer try to convince people of your value, you let your presence speak for itself. And with this shift, you stop attracting what drains you and start attracting what nourishes you. The best people, the best opportunities, the best experiences, they all start to flow into your life naturally, because you finally believe you deserve nothing less. The most beautiful part of valuing yourself is realizing that it's not just about what you receive from the world. It's about the way you show up in it. When you operate from a place of self-worth, you move differently. You speak with more intention. You carry yourself with quiet strength. You stop rushing to fill silence with meaningless words and instead allow your presence to speak for you. People can feel it. They may not always be able to explain why they're drawn to you, but they'll sense the stability, the calm, the unwavering energy that comes from someone who knows their own value. This shift also allows you to give in a healthier way. In the past, you might have poured yourself into others until you were empty, hoping they would return the same. But now you give without losing yourself. You share your time, your energy, your kindness from a place of abundance rather than need. This changes the quality of your relationships because the people you connect with can feel the difference between love that's given freely and love that's given as a trade for validation. The first kind builds trust. The second kind breeds resentment. When you value yourself, you stop chasing people who treat you like an option. You stop waiting by the phone for someone to remember you. You stop justifying poor behavior by telling yourself, maybe they're just busy, or maybe I'm asking for too much. You know now that the right people don't make you question whether you matter. They show you consistently without you having to beg for it. And you also understand that if someone can't or won't meet your value, it's not your job to convince them. It's your job to walk away. This doesn't make you cold-hearted. In fact, it makes you warmer because you're no longer operating from wounds. When you live with self-value, you're not constantly in survival mode, trying to hold on to whatever scraps of attention or opportunity you can get. Instead, you're free to engage fully with the people and experiences that bring you joy. You're able to celebrate others without jealousy, because their success doesn't threaten yours. You can show up authentically, because you're not afraid of losing people who can't handle the real you. And here's the truth that might surprise you. When you live in this way, your life doesn't just get better, it gets quieter. Drama loses its appeal. Chaos no longer excites you. You crave peace over noise, depth over surface, quality over quantity. And because you value yourself, you're willing to let go of anything that disrupts that peace. And when those standards come from a place of self-love, everything in your world begins to reflect that love back to you. So you keep walking forward, no longer chasing, no longer begging, no longer settling. You trust the process, knowing that the best people and opportunities will always be drawn to the light of someone who knows their own value. And as you live in that truth, you become living proof of this simple yet profound reality.